let's talk about costumes. The thing that disturbs me the most is the colored hairspray and the plastic face masks. And I was looking, all of the hairspray I noticed in the store today, I was just checking before this interview, it's made in China. And the kids, they spray it on their scalp. So that can't be a good thing.
Yeah, and they're also breathing it in, so anything like that is not a good idea. When we were preparing the other day for a segment that we did on the local TV talk show here on face painting, we also decided to look into how to color your hair, because we know lots of kids love to do that. And Corey had gotten some natural gel, and we added in some of these colors that we used for the face paint, and she had colored hair safely. And it worked really well, and you could use any color, and it's just fine.
The color is food coloring, or what?
Well, actually, what we used was turmeric.
Oh, I see.
I wanted to do orange.
Fantastic.
And we were just experimenting, and I took some, like my mom said, the natural hair gel. I was using Hugo Naturals, and mixed in a bunch of turmeric, and it worked. It worked amazing. I mean, you could use anything from avocado to paprika. You could use all kinds of things. Of course, with children especially, you want to patch test.
Right.
To make sure that it's not, that it's okay on their skin. I mean, children can still have skin reactions to something even when it's 100% food-based.
Right. No, that's excellent. What an excellent idea. And I know turmeric, it's pretty strong. I mean, it doesn't come off if you get it on your fingers. Like when I use it when I'm cooking, it's hard to come off. So it's going to work, right?
Well,
we come out of my hair pretty easily.
Yes, it came out of my hair. Yeah, great. And we also used turmeric in our face paint recipe on Zoe, my 9-year-old. We gave it a try, and it came off beautifully. There was no orange, left over on her face, so she was able to go to school the next day.
So, if people want the recipe for the face paint or hair dye, where could they get that? Do you have like that up on your website or something?
Yep, we have. You can go to greenhalloween.org. and click on our blog. And we have the video recipe, which we gave on the morning show, and that video is up. And we also have the recipe written down. But basically, for your listeners, we can tell you that you use a cream base, like you can use diaper rash cream, you can use cold cream, you can use whatever you have around the house. You add in the color. The color could be a natural food coloring, like you can get at Whole Foods, or you can mess around with food and spices, like we were just talking about. And then you mix in a little bit of cornstarch to thicken it and keep it on the top of your skin. And it's real fun. It's a science experiment. There's no, perfect measuring needed. And you come up with a rainbow of colors of things that you already have in your kitchen and already trust. That's
really excellent because, the makeup, again, most of the kids' makeup is coming from China. It's untested. And a lot of the face paints contain lead, which is big problem, and also contains other heavy metals,
right.
Chromium, nickel.
Yep.
So
the campaign for Safe Cosmetics last year tested 10 different brands of face paints, and all 10 contained lead, every single one of them.
Mm-hmm. And you don't want that on your kid's skin, because we know now that skin is not the barrier that they used to think it was. It allows microscopic chemicals to pass into our bloodstream.
That's right. So if you wouldn't put it in your mouth, then you wouldn't want to put that kind of food on your skin.
Absolutely.
At all. And of course, lead is a powerful neurotoxin, and there's no safe level that's known. So for parents out there, and I know that your listeners are really savvy, Beth, but so you might have talked about this in other shows, but words like non-toxic, hypoallergenic, those types of things don't mean anything. There's no third-party certification. There's no certification at all. There's no definition for those types of words.
Right. So companies are putting just about anything they want in, and they're calling it, they're greenwashing basically. So
exactly. Yeah, and some of them will say FDA compliant, which means very little, since the FDA knowingly allows some of these heavy metals, like we're talking about, to be included.
Right.
So that's unfortunately, parents have to really trust in their own sort of intuition, and also their own knowledge, and find out what what ingredients are in these products that they're using. You can also go to cosmeticdatabase.org, and if you're concerned about the lotion base or whatever you're using, type it in, see if it's logged in. You want to look for products that have a score of 0 to 3 on Cosmetic Database.
Excellent. That's a great website. Let's talk a little bit about decorating green. What do you recommend for that?
Well, we always suggest that you start with what you have. And one of the best ways to be green is to not spend any money, not buy anything, not shop. And so there are a couple of ways you can do that. You can start in your house. And one of the things that I like to do is to send the kids, set the stopwatch for 5 minutes, whatever, and send everybody around and say, okay, find green stuff, orange stuff, purple stuff, whatever it happens to be, and bring it all back here, and we'll decorate. And we end up with everything from T-shirts, which we can wrap around throw pillows, to scarves. And, I mean, just it's amazing what you already have that you don't have to do anything with. And then the other thing that we suggest is that you go on a little adventure outside, someplace where it's legal to collect what you find, and pick up all sorts of things from nature, everything from rocks to acorns to leaves to branches to cattails, whatever, if you live near the beach and you're allowed to pick up shells, whatever you can find that's natural, bring them back together and sit, particularly if you have kids, put everything out on the table and let them create the centerpieces. When they're involved with doing this kind of thing, they don't miss going to the store. It's only because you say to them, okay, we're having a green Halloween this year, we're not buying anything. That's not going to get a very good reaction out of them. But when you include them and really take into account their interests and their skills and bring those into play, they're going to be totally on board.
Right, and it's a fantastic project, to get their creativity going, and it's great for the whole family. Yeah. And not to mention carving those pumpkins. We do a lot of fun with that. I wanted to ask, just getting back to the candy for a minute, what do you suggest people do with leftover candy if they don't want it? If they don't want their kids to eat it, do they toss it, or what's a good thing to do?
That is such a great question, and most people are not aware that you can compost candy.
Uh-huh.
They don't realize it. And, of course, you need to take the wrappers off.
Right.
And we suggest that if you're going to do that, you do a search online for all of the different things that you can make with candy wrappers. And you may not be aware, again, that you can make purses, you can make bracelets and other kinds of jewelry. You can make placemats just from the wrappers from candy. And you may even find, if you had a lot of them, if you put them on Craigslist or on FreeCycle or whatever, that other people who are crafting with them might like to have them. So you do not need to throw the candy into the trash. Great.
Now, talk a little bit about your book, Celebrate Green. Do you have, I'm sure you're talking about Green Thanksgiving, and that's coming up next month. So do you want to just say a couple of words about that?
Corey?
Oh, sure. Yes. Our book has ideas, recipes, crafts, activities for all year round. It's divided up in 5 chapters, the first 4 being seasonal. And the last has everything from birthday parties to weddings to office parties. And, of course, heading into Thanksgiving and then the winter holidays and New Year's, we've got, a lot of ideas around there. So for Thanksgiving, the book talks about how to choose a turkey that is, more sustainable and better for you. It talks somewhat about decorating and other things. I mean, really, Thanksgiving is all about the food. So we really hope that people will flip open the book or come to our website at celebrategreen.net to get tips, turkey tips, and some other ideas. We also have some recipes that are twists on the conventional. So we have a parsnip whip that's in there instead of some mashed potatoes and some other things like that.
Interesting. And I'm hoping that you're suggesting to people that they eat organic food and buy sustainably grown turkeys that are not injected with hormones and other chemicals to make them plump.
Yes, absolutely. We talk a lot about heritage turkeys. Actually, last year our family enjoyed a local heritage turkey.
Right.
And we also talk about being a vegetarian at Thanksgiving and having a meatless option and ideas for that.
Heritage turkeys are very delicious. We had them last year as well.
Yep.
So I want to just mention that you're involved with a Green Halloween event on Saturday, October 25th from 2 to 4 in Fairfax. And this event will have recycled costume making, eco arts, craft tables, and kids entertainment, a local gardens food swap, and Betsy Rosenberg will provide green Halloween tips. So,
yes, it's being hosted through Sustainable Fairfax, and the woman who is in charge has put on this. I think she's been partnering with us. This will be the third year. It should be a great event. And you can go to greenhalloween.org and click on events for more information.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Lynn and Corey. It's been a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you,
well,
Beth.
thank you for having us.
So fun chatting.
Terrific.